wanted to play Jedi Survivor, but in Destiny? No? Well, too bad. Here's a build for that. Somehow I managed to scavenge together a build that literally only relies on Lightsaber. Boss DPS? Lightsaber. Ad clear? Lightsaber. General survivability and taking objectives? Lightsaber. Somebody invades? Lightsaber. This build easily clears the GMs. You just have to use a lightsaber. Everything dies instantly due to explosions and scorch and ignitions. Very fun. Now, my first iteration of this build relied on that prismatic, and I was running the new dungeon that came out, the Star Wars dungeon, and I noticed my friend was running the lightsaber with just solar subclass, nothing special, and they were out DPSing me. And I thought I was being clever by running prismatic, so you get like the fancy grenade, you get the damage reduction, you could throw out suppression grenades, do more damage. Turns out ignition just does a lot more fucking damage. And after I did some theory testing, the thing that I noticed was, so with prismatic, right? If I equip prismatic, and these are our fragments, right? I was thinking, yeah, here's my burst for solar conditions and whatnot, and you know, this stuff would buff it and add Unbreakable and Drinker Slash to debuff. You know, I was messing around. But it'll take 1, 2, 3, 4 before you get into it. However, with Solar equipped, 1, 2, 3. So your 3 light hits will hit it. But it gets even better. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 fucking ignitions off of 1 combo. Much better. Literally double the damage on Solar just for being Solar and having Fragment Ember of Ashes equipped. It is absolutely insane. The thing is you can use this build literally lightsaber only. I only use this to break mechanics when you need to break like a relay station inside of the new Gambit mode, or an LMG or something, like for the boss's hands. It's just good to break his hands, you know? It's just whatever. You don't even need those. You could throw on a sword, you could throw on the crossbow, whatever. You're not really using those slots. This build uses literally only the lightsaber. You don't even need your super or anything. The one thing that's cool about this is also you can proc Radiant on yourself. And Radiant increases damage dealt to combatants. So if you're running up to a boss, all you have to do is throw a simple hammer, swap to your lightsaber, and you're doing a lot of damage. 2 ignitions is over 3,300 damage. The cool thing about this is that every time the ignition goes off, they get massively staggered, even if it's a boss or a champion or whatever. And it does a lot of fucking damage. You're doing more than like a super. That's 28,000 damage versus if I were to equip something like Thunder Crash per se. 4,000 damage. So that 4,500 damage for a Thunder Crash. Keep that in mind as I do 1 combo on the spies. I'm just saying. It's really good damage. I'll have to record some open world footage of me actually in the GM difficulty, but I don't worry about dying. I don't worry about survivability. It is fucking amazing. Things I use to make this build tick. This stuff doesn't really matter. Throwing hammer, obviously just to apply Radiant. Healing grenade definitely comes in handy, especially healing your teammates in GM difficulty where healing restrictions are enabled. Soul Invictus and Roaring Flames just because you don't need consecration. Ember of Charge, so the solar ignitions from hitting it. So even if you're hitting like a 3-hit combo on like a major enemy, it'll explode and kill all the red bars around it. Very nice. Same for solar ignitions, just more spreading. Obviously, Ember of Ashes for the massive DPS increase and Ember of Torches for a Radiant. Choice of exotic doesn't really matter. You could run anything you want. You could run Prax Investment if you wanted the movement tech to get around quicker. You could run Strongholds. Personally, I like running Strongholds just because I'm already using a lightsaber and this gives me infinite block with it. It's very useful, especially for survivability or for holding points, especially when you gotta transport cargo. Really useful exotic this season. For mods, running Kinetic Siphon so that lightsaber kills will give us Orbs of Power, Special Ammo Finder so that we find it more special ammo, Special Font so that while we're picking up Orbs of Power, we get our super back faster, since we only have 51 intellect, or I guess it's called super now. There's not really any mod that really boosts lightsaber in any meaningful way here, so I just run double grenade fonts just so that we get healing grenades back faster. You could run triple, but I really prefer just having the stat bonuses, especially since I'm really close to getting 200. For chest armor, I'm running triple damage reduction. However, if you are not running strongholds, you might want to put on Lucian Blades. The energy regeneration from Lucian Blades is actually very nice. 4 lakes, there's nothing really to run here in this slot. I mean, technically you could drop a point and go for Kinetic Scavenger, but you really don't need it. The Lightsaber generates so much ammo on its own, you never need that. So I went for Invigoration just because it helps with the healing grenades more. And then double Kinetic Weapon Surge because it literally just gives us free damage. And for the butt cape, we're running Reaper so that if we do use your class ability, we get guaranteed more orbs, which means we get our super back faster. Powerful attractions, so if we pop it or barricade again, we also just get nearby orbs of power. And time annihilation, just so that our armor charge lasts longer, which means we get more regeneration for our grenades. So it all kind of feedback loops into just giving us more uptime on our grenades, so it's a more well-rounded build. For stats, I find weapons to be the most important, leaning secondary into grenade. For stats, I prefer weapon stats, getting as close to 200 as you can. Secondary, I definitely prefer grenade, just so that we have the healing grenades going more often. I don't have the best stat in armor, but realistically, if you could get 200 here and at least 100 in grenade, that would be ideal. For super, choice doesn't matter as long as you're on solar. And your secondary and third weapons don't really matter. I do like having this new pulse rifle in the second slot, just because it's a micro missile frame, and it's really easy to deal with mechanics with bosses, especially in the last boss of the dungeon where you need to shoot his hands. One thing I forgot to mention about the lightsaber is what I use. I use Offensive Form, landing 3 melee throw attacks, grant increased ammo to this weapon, which is really good, just for getting your ammo back. Increased damage against bosses. This is very important for this build. Forcible Blade 3, which is the highest upgrade. It just gives more impact damage, which again is important for this build. And Impact Core. Melee damage from this weapon applies Scorch to targets. Ask your mom for me. What a username. Your mom. I love the explosion radius of that. Nothing survives Lightsaber. You know, having played the Jedi Survivor games, I feel like the lightsaber being able to kill people in this game a lot quicker is slightly more lore accurate. Nothing like beating up a common stormtrooper and it takes like 6 lightsaber hits to kill him. It's like Cabal, at least they're like rhino people, so I guess they're a little bit tanky, it makes sense. And they got like a lot of armor. Body killing. Let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the floor. Explosions. Yeah? What are you gonna do, bud? Yeah? What are you gonna do? Yeah? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Oh, a chance you shouldn't have. Imperium Terror Serious Beast? Tesauruses? They die too quickly to read their name.
You don't know how much trouble you've caused.
You know he can damn it now.
It could have caused much worse, all things considered.
True, Drifter. Everything dies so quickly with the lightsaber. And this is why strongholds is nice to have. Stop shooting yourself. Stop shooting yourself. Hey, where do you think you're going? It's time someone taught you punks the true meaning of friendship. The ability to whip your ass. With an ATSD, specifically.
Your hands on me, Sergeant.
Bam, bam, bam. Another one bites dust. Bam, bam, bam.
Your opponents are holed up in there.
I miss.
Don't let them out again.
Stop moving. Stop moving. Stop moving. Bling, 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 blah, blah, bling, 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 blah. Blink, 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 blah. Couldn't sing the the original Star Wars tune. It'd be too good, you know. Copyright claims. And don't sprint, and we have a sword. Remain shift sprinting. Oh, this one's just a straight path. What the hell? This is so much easier than a bunch of the other ones. The ones on Europa are like insane vertical climbs and shit. And the ones on Mars, you have to go through like that entire fucking you gotta go through the entire Sarlacc pit on Mars. Like, this is so much easier. Bro's trying to catch me slacking. I have a lightsaber. You think I'd be slacking? Oh, I could parry your flamethrower. What do you think of that, Bonk? You know what? Here. Get radiant? Nerd. Anyway, back to my Amazon delivery jump. I think I've delivered all but one of these cargo. I think my teammates are having too much fun slinging it. Understandable. Whee!
Don't get cocky. Come home safe.
Don't get cocky, she says. I have an ATST. What the fuck's the enemy gonna do? I think it's a matter of not getting cocky. It's a matter of, I have a Mac and you don't. What she can you about it? Blue jeans? Bro's name is Blue Jeans. We're gonna have blue suede shoes next. Elvis Presley. Die, die, die.
For that money.
Sparrow for the win. It's okay, I heard losing gives you the red lightsaber anyway. Not gonna lie, the ATST is amazing for combat, but Sparrow's kind of crazy for getting around. They really made sure the Sparrow was worth it. Good damage, good speed. 3-hit combo, that's an explosion. The fourth one is an explosion. Constant explosions. Who the hell do you think you are? I don't like the big red laser beam that's constantly threatening us. Cube! This looks fun. I love how fanatics are no longer an issue. Same for explosive shades. 1, 2, 3, 4. Easy, freaking easy.
Outstanding work.
Cube.
Take what you want. The bounty is complete.
Where's my loot? Where's my loot? I swear I heard a loot chest open.
Come
Oh,
home,
guess
guardian.
not. Must have been my imagination. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Stop teleporting! One, 2, 3, 4. Now it's this one. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. He's immune. 1, 2, 3, 4. He's dead. The Warlock's got that one. And I am. 1, 2, 3, 4. And dead. Damn, Warlock's just moving. They're like Avatar the Last Airbender over here. Three, 4. All of the explosions. hope you guys have fun running around as a true Jedi, and yeah. Hope you guys have a lovely day. Bye-bye.